It's your favorite radio jockey duo.
Oh boy.
Where we have the one, the only, the Raven Queen herself, being the downer that she is. And this is where my co-host introduces me.
For all our audio listeners, I'm giving Gabriel Blythe the finger.
And we couldn't be more excited to have you here with us.
I hate this. I think hell would be more pleasant. I think any form of torture would be preferential than this.
Well, that's just rude. I am a delight and a treasure. A gift to this world. Always there for you.
A cursed treasure. Worse than a bad penny.
That's a fun concept. Just this force of good and always kind of being a pain. You know, I'd watch that movie.
You would think a medical ingredient list is exciting.
Ugh, and her jabs just get more and more specific, survivors.
I'm a monster, what can I say?
I mean, usually by now you're saying something like, "You're welcome for me coming along," or mocking me in a very specific sort of way.
You've caught me in that rare phase where my worry for you is greater than my willingness to share my wit.
What a kind queen.
How are you doing? I know it's not your first week back, and per usual, you always seem to wrestle with concepts beyond your understanding.
I gotta face the madness, you know? Someone's gotta ask the weird questions.
Next you'll be mumbling about non-Euclidean shapes.
I'm doing well. As well as I can be, I guess. Maybe Xander's idea of pushing all those feelings down is onto something.
Yes, because that's what healthy people do. You know what? I think my worry is starting to fade, and there's another feeling taking up space. Regret. Yes, a large sense of regret.
Okay. How are you doing, RQ?
Mostly wondering what I'm doing with my life. What to be when I grow up, you know, the usual.
You know, I'm sure that there's a study out there that says sarcasm is the sign of a very unhealthy mentality, or something.
I'm as fine as I'm willing to admit on your broadcast.
Yeah, well, you're willing to admit a lot.
What does that mean?
Well, you're so focused on sharing the bigger picture with all of us. What did Xander call us? Unenlightened beings. But you never talk about yourself.
So you wish to ask me annoying questions about the greater world around you. What do I... Never mind, sure. I'll play.
That easy? 'Cause you never looked twice at my question sheet.
What is friendship if not a little give and take?
That's what I'm worried about. What do you want in exchange?
Nothing. You are owed this, Gabriel. And so are the people.
Okay. I thought you'd fight me a lot more on it, but a win is a win, I guess. So, what are demons?
A lot of things. You know how you told me in your role-play games devils and demons are different beings?
Well, actually, they're all different beings. It's more of just a class...
It's rhetorical, Gabe.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot of things. A demon is a very large umbrella term for these entities. Demons, the she, Jinn, the Peri, the list goes on, but for the sake of simplicity, we can call them demons.
So, not just fallen angels.
Correct. Just because you believe in your god doesn't mean that there aren't more powers that may be out there. Or maybe the faith you have built in one concept of a higher being has manifested itself into a reality. And all great concepts have become, in a sense, real.
Is that how it works? Like, Plato's concept of the first thing is its truest form?
To follow that, White Rabbit, would really alter your brain.
And then by that thinking, anything that I could imagine must be true.
How much faith do you believe it to be true?
So we're limited on the power of how much we believe that thing to be real. So if I think of a new beastie in my head, it's not real unless I really focus on it.
Maybe you have the power of basic comprehension after all.
But again, is that how the quote-unquote real world works?
Oh, and he's lost it.
I know you're being smug, but is it a fact? Or just a concept, a theory?
What fun you are. I guess it's not a definitive fact, but much like gravity is a theory, it's something that is commonly believed in the anti-religious groups.
And like any science, there are fringe believers, like how religious thinkers are steadfast in creationism.
Back on board, so clever!
Can you tell me about... what was his name? D-Ration?
Oh, he will love this new name. Derasans, the first witness of death, lies, and burials.
And, like, who thought him into existence? Okay, hey, if you can mock me about my common thinking, then I get to ask common questions.
No, you're right. As loath as I am to admit it. It's not a perfect theory, this self-creation theory, but we are not all so different from each other. Haven't you ever had a world-changing idea to find out that it's not only something that already exists, but is commonly adopted? We share thoughts and ideas as a species all the time. Just some of us are better at public relations and getting our thoughts out there. It always comes down to a popularity contest, and the winners are usually men. And white. And wealthy.
We get it. Rich people are the worst. They're still people, though.
And look how you still defend them, but not to start this fight again. D, as what I like to call him, is one of these entities. Something culturally most people would call a demon. He's usually more of the type of demon that would make a deal. A crossroad demon.
Okay. Like our crossroads bargain. I've heard of those. Kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Late night dirt road rendezvous, usually mixed with some soulful blues.
The costs are high, Gabriel. And foolishly, people never read the fine print of the deal. Most people are selling a portion of their lives. The ones thinking they're clever often sell their creativity, selling something they need to use the tools they just bargained for.
Something gained at a cost. A monkey's paw curse kind of thing.
Similar, yes.
So, what did you trade with D?
I thought I was clever. Let me provide a bit of context before you judge me. I'd gone through my father's library, books and tomes that were stolen and put on display to show his status, connection, power, and his immunity. An archaeologist once visited and found an ancient cave writing that she discovered hanging above my father's desk. She had donated it to a museum. My father waited a whole 72 hours to buy it from them. What an absolute trash person my father was. I read through every book he had. It's what brought me to the awareness of the greater world you now have. I knew about the creatures and their tricks. Faust was a good introduction. I thought if I had something truly great to bargain with, I could have all of their power.
Sounds like you. You wanted to cheat the system.
Not just cheat it, but make it my own. If I could take the audacity my father carried in our world and harness that same potential for all of reality, both known and unknown, I could make sure no one suffered, reshape justice and equity. The world would be a better place, and And what does a demon desire? Your life, your soul, a trifle of a cost to better the world. When my father hosted one of his many galas to show off his power, I stole away to drink from the Holy Grail itself.
So you were going to trade eternal life for the power of creation.
The Grail doesn't give you eternal life. It only extends your death. The day you die is now moved 777 years. Immortality in any form is a curse. But that will never stop the search for it.
What was it like?
Oh, what was what like?
Drinking from the Grail. Was it a chalice made of wood, or was it something ornate? Was it heavy? We know it was destroyed by Brigadier Schuster in the illegal military lab, which is a really weird thing to say out loud, but no one knows what it looks like. Except for Xander and you. I want to know what you thought of it.
It was heavy. Not in a sense of heft, but a sense of history. You knew it was powerful just looking at it. Brass. It was a brass cup, bigger than average, hammered to a rough finish. I imagined at the time that it was a cup you would carry with you from well to well. You could see it always contained a few drops of water in it. If you tried wiping it dry, those drops would just reappear, like condensation, pooling around it, gathering at a small pool at the bottom of the glass. When you drank from it, it tasted of the crispness of winter air. It was painful. You drink from it and it consumes you. You're no longer you, rather a part of everything for the briefest of moments. Not just every blade of grass or fiber of clothing, down to the atoms vibrating. You resonate with them. Light bouncing off of them. The realization that you're aware the infinitesimally small is when you are brought outside of yourself. Seeing the atoms work around you to make the air, the people and animals, then watching the world shrink under your feet till the world is a children's ball, then a marble, then the same atom you saw moments ago, and smaller still, all still aware of every moment and sigh of the wind on the earth. But that awareness of all life around you is maddening. And I remember opening my eyes and seeing him. Eyes upon feathers, wings that could engulf you, hands twisting to hold you or wield the will of God, a warmth that destroyed any previous notion of feeling safe. Angel Gabriel showed me everything. I couldn't comprehend what I was seeing, but he made it feel stable. How we are of one, but through will we are the singular. From me to you, to the individual blades of grass. To this day, I'm surprised by the selfishness of those who also drank from the Grail. To witness the world like that and hold tighter to ideals of yesterday. It's not like it changed my thoughts or plans. Once I recovered from drinking of the Grail, I turned around and was going to sell my years of life to make a deal. You could say stealing from Peter to pay Paul. Took me another few years to gather everything I needed for my ritual. I copied everything from each book on demons and summoning, cross-referencing parallel facts and reviewing hearsay for any validity. And I wanted something who had been around for a very, very long time. But when we met, he told me I couldn't uncreate what was concrete for so many people. Laws of magic or creation or whatever you wish to call it. Matter can't be destroyed. Instead, we made a deal. I would be his emissary, a herald of great change. It would only cost me 2 things. First, for every gift I sought, it would only cost me 1 year of my life. It also meant every wish I made had to be perfectly worded to give me exactly what I needed. And secondly, I would lose my name. I would have to sacrifice myself. And after all, that's what I had planned to give away so freely, so it felt like an easy choice. I would become the Queen of Ravens.
Your name. So, the name of a thing has power.
Indeed.
Okay. So what was your name?
Do you understand what the word lost means? It is gone, forever. No one knows of my name. No one was born with my name. In the history of all things, my name will never exist. Small price to pay. I shook his hand and the world shifted and twisted. A single light filled my vision. It was like an earthquake, but where I was, there was no fault lines. Yet my home was destroyed in half. The earth tried to shear itself. The mansion was in disarray, and my brain was filled with knowledge I never learned. When I shook Dee's hand, that's when your event happened. I thought I was the cause of the world ending for ages. I was trying to figure out how to undo my mistake. I followed the trail of the Grail, thinking if I had more years to give, Dee would know someone who could undo my childish mistake. That guilt motivated me to move onward, and when I saw the Grail destroyed, I felt truly doomed. Until Lancelot. His presence, ever a gift and a curse that it is, he said it wasn't me. It was the defiance of destiny, a wrath for defying destiny.
So your name is gone forever. Sure. But if your name was Linda, for instance, not saying that it is your name, you do not look like a Linda, RQ. Does that mean the name Linda is gone forever? Like, no one was ever named Linda? Or is it just your name? Kind of like a dead name?
It's been removed from the records. But of course, I share my epic backstory, and here you are. Huh. Hand me that paper and pen. Dee, you clever creature.
What's it say? What? You did not just eat a whole piece of paper! It's concerning, if not rude. Teasing me with your real name and then keeping it from me.
Am I not allowed to keep one thing to myself?
That's not fair! You have so much to share!
And this one small thing shall die with me.
That's fine. I guess. I promise to leave this one alone. But our survivors didn't make any such promise.
Oh, God.
And if you would like to bully the Raven Queen herself, come on down.
I hate you.
Yeah, well, I can't let you tell the whole world everything that's ever happened to you. I gotta keep the survivors wanting more. Mystery and intrigue, RQ. How else will we get them here?
Ah, I see. I didn't realize how my time with you had been such a curse as well. The curse of not knowing how to shut up. Thank you, Gabe.
Anytime, friend. I'm gonna wrap up here. Thanks for telling us all of this. Alright, survivors. You know the drill. However, this time we are not going to bother Her Royal Highness, the Herald of the First Raven, for her birth name. Instead, you are going to come all the way here and thank the Raven Queen. Thank her for fighting for us, both for our world and the world we didn't know. And if all of this is surprising, well, you aren't alone, and you don't have to be.
I think that was the cheesiest send-off you could have mustered.
Am I not allowed to have my own fun? And also, you know that paper is bad for your digestion system, right? Like, super bad.